Good morning, student. I hope so. You are doing your study in a very good manner, and hope so. In this way, you will study. So today we are going to start new topic in history, that is the new kings and kingdoms. So today we are going to talk about one more chapter, that is a new kingdom and kingdoms. So student, in the first chapter I have explained to you the different fact related to the Indian history. There you have introduced with the some of the dynasty name like the Palas, Partiharas, Parmaras, Gurjaras. So today you are going to learn more about them. Who were these three kinds of dynasties and what happened to them and what is their story, you are going to learn in the chapter. Okay? So earlier also I have explained to you, if we are dividing the medieval period of Indian history, that is the early one and the later one. So in the earlier one, most of the part that is covered by the Indian kings, and after the later ones, it was occupied by the invaders who came from the outside. They established their reign in the India, and slowly they became the powerful emperor and the sultan of India. So in this way, student, today you are going to learn about the time period of India between the 700 to 1200 century. It means who were the different Rajans and the kings of India. Earlier also I have been explained to you, it is an important period of King Harshvardhana. After his death, there was no more unity in with the Indian among the Indian kings. They fought and struggled for their own existence. So in this way, today student, you are going to learn more about here. First of all, you can see it is the timeline is given here, and in the timeline it is showing to you, first of all, this is 793 to 814. It is the time period of given Govinda III. It means Govinda III was one of the Rashtrota king. Afterwards, Amog Varsha. Okay, his name is given here 814 to 878, and he is the Amog Varsha Rashtrota king. Afterwards, Bhoj first, you can understand here Partihara king 836 to 885. Then Raja first Chola Raja 985 to 1014. Okay, you can see here Raja first. And last one you can see here is the invention of Mahmud of Ghazni. Mahmud of Ghazni. Okay, that is the 1014 to 1044 century. These things had happened in country. Now student, today you are going to learn about the what happened during the first of all during the period 700 to 1200 century. Okay, what happened during the 1200 to 700 to 1200 century. So student, this name already I have told you, Harshvardhana. So when the Harshvardhana died and the starting of the 7th century, so at that time slowly there was the different kinds of the struggle took place. Earlier it was he was having the vast kingdom. It was the kingdom was very big. Okay, he was the king of mostly northern part to the plateaus area. But after his death, what happened? Slowly, the smaller kingdoms emerged across the subcontinent. It means when Harshavardhana was the ruler of India, at that time it was okay here. There was a unity and he was having the great and the vast kingdom. But slowly, which was the subcontinent, it means the neighboring country of the India at that time, they were together. That is known as the subcontinent. So slowly the different kinds of struggle had been started. What happened? There came the some kinds of social changes. It means numerous changes occurred in the country, like the social, economical, political, and cultural life. So this point you have to be understand when there is any changes. It means any changes are there, and according to the changes, the periods and the history is changing. According to this one, only the historians have divided the Indian history into the three parts. Whenever the something is happening that is bringing the changes in the socially, economically, politically, and cultural life. So these things in happening, slowly you will come to know how Mab is speaking this one, and slowly you will come to know about your teacher's explanation about this point. Now you can student, you can see here the heading is given here, the tripartite struggle. Okay, tripartite struggle means when there is three kinds of the dynasties. Okay, the three kind of dynasties when they are fighting with each other. So at that time, Kannauj was the capital of or the reign place of King Harshvardhana. So it was the epicenter. It means in the geography also I have explained in the from where the earthquake is coming from the focus to the vertical line. This is focus and this is epicenter. Okay, where directly it is going in the seismic wave. Now epicenter means main point of all the political development. So Kannauj was the capital of King Harshvardhana. It was the rich source for all kinds of the political development. So what happened for the Kannauj? There were what the things is there actually what why the Kannauj is too rich place. Actually, it was located along the river Ganga and other rivers. Okay, here is the forest, trade, agriculture, and all the other things was evidently finding here at is this place. So that's why Kannauj became and one kind of rich place in all king's eye. It was the apple of discord. Okay, it is a apple of discord for all the kings. It means झगड़े की जड़ हो गई थी. Why? Because the Kannauj was very rich place and all the kings were having the eyes on this place only. They all want to occupy. Who all want to occupy? Like Gujra and Partiharas, Rashkurtas and Palas. Okay, so they just want to occupy this place. So Gujra and Partihara, they were belonging to the Gujarat. Rashkurta is belonging to the Deccan place and Palas from the Bengal or the Assam area. So what happened? These three dynasties, Gujra Partihara from Gujarat area, Gurjara and Partihara from the Gujarat area, Rashkurtas and Rashkurta from Deccan place and Palas from the Bengal. They just want to occupy the Kannauj because Kannauj was a very rich place for all sides. Okay, that's why they are having the some kinds of the disputes and the fighting among themselves. So it happened at that time. They want to this fight, which was essentially aimed at securing the supreme position in the political scene of North and Central India, known as the tripartite struggle, since it mainly involved three parties. So why it is got the name of tripartite struggle? Because there were the three main parties. One is the Gurjara Partihara, one is a Gujra and Partihara, one is a Rajputa, another one the Palas. Now, student, today you will study who were these three, who were the Gujra Partihara, who were Rajputas, and who were the Palas. So, first of all, I have given the explanation to you the political development during the 700 to 1200 century. Actually, at that time, the three parties after the death of King Harshvardhana. Okay, after the death of King Harshvardhana, there was the struggle took place. You have to understand from the 7th century. Okay, when he died in the 7th century, from 8th of the century, this slowly these things took place. Especially it is known as the tripartite struggle for Kannauj. Kannauj was a rich place or capital of King Harshvardhana. So three parties were already we have learned here: Gurjara and Partiharas, Gurjara Partihara from Gujarat, Rajasthan, Rajkota Deccan place, it means Maharashtra and Karnataka place, and Palas from Assam Bengal area. Now who were there? Now we will study about them. So first of all, student, we can see here about the Gurjara and Partihara. Okay, so first one, Gurjara and Partihara dynasty was founded by Hari Chandra during the 6th century. So there was a name of the Hari Chandra. You have to learn the name. Then Naga Bhatta. Okay, Naga Bhatta first was the first important ruler of the dynasty, and his successor brought the whole of Gujarat and southwestern Rajasthan under their control. So you have to be understand Gurjara Partihara dynasty was founded by Hari Chandra, but Naga Bhatta was one of the famous ruler or the famous king of this one. But afterwards, what happened? Under the Bhoja or Bhoja first. Now till now I have explained to you three names. First one, the Harichandra, the founder of Gurjara Pratihara, Nagabhatta, one of the important ruler, and under the Bhoja or the Bhoja first. Okay, it means these are the Gurjara Pratihara. Now Bhoja or Bhoja first, who is known as the main Pratihara ruler. Okay, so at that time during his reign, it means 800 to 836 to 885 CE, he have just reached or take this power. It's zenith means which is the peak one. Okay, at the last point. So in this way we can understand in the tripartite struggle, Gurjara Pratihara used Western India as a base. So Western, just I have explained to you, and here the map also given here. This map you have to draw in your history notebook. So student, here you can understand by the map we can understand. See, you can see here Gurjara and Pratihara especially belong. So student, we can understand these are the Gurjara and Pratihara, especially Rajasthan and Gujarat area. Rajputas, it means coming under the Deccan place, and these are the Palas. So these are the tripartite struggle. These were the three, it means we can say one a triangle. Okay, tripartite struggle means these were three dynasty. So especially Gurjara Pratihara developed in the western side. You know, this is western, this is eastern side, this is northern, and this is southern side. Okay, east, west, north, and south. So you have to understand here. So now some important rulers name I have explained to you, like Harichandra, then Nagabhatta, and then Bhoja first. All are having the three names, and all are having the different important places in the Gurjara and Pratihara development. Now second we can understand Rajkota. Just now I have shown you on the map. Rajkota, who is originally subordinates of the Chalukyas. It means when Chalukyas were there. Okay, different dynasty. Dynasty means when there is a ruling of one same generation. So this is known as the dynasty. So before Rajkota there were the Chalukyas. Afterwards Rajkota, they have overthrew them in 753 and established their independent dynasty under their chief Danti Durga. So Danti Durga name you have to be understand. Danti Durga one of the famous Rajkota ruler. He established the Rajkota or Rajkota dynasty in the western this Deccan place, and the Rajkota means or designated officer in charge of a territorial division called Rashtra. Okay, so you know the with the name of this one we can understand Rashtra. Rashtra means the country. Okay, so by this one we can understand here what is the meaning of Rashtrakutas. Rashtrakuta means one of the small place or the related to the big country. Okay, so now initially they ruled the Deccan, later they expanded their kingdom towards the south and southwest. So this is the story of Rashtrakuta. You have to understand the main name Danti Durga here. Okay, his name is Danti Durga, who established the Rashtrakuta dynasty in the Deccan place. Deccan place is here by this map you can understand here. Okay, so now afterward Pala dynasty. Pala dynasty already I have shown to in the map towards the Bihar and the Assam side. Okay, the Bengal side. It actually after the independence it became the different states. Earlier it was only the one place. Okay, so it is known as the Bengal. Rich province was there and big area was there. So we are knowing about the Pala dynasty. Pala dynasty was founded by Gopala. Which century? The 8th century. Afterwards he started slowly he started some kinds of teeny principality called Purandra Vardhana. Okay, so small it is known the like the near Bongra. So Pala dynasty was founded by Gopala. So student, in this way we can understand there were the different kinds of rulers in the Pala dynasty. Okay, afterwards Devpala is we can understand it is a different explanation is given here. Who are the other rulers there? Devpala. Okay, after Gopala, Mahipala, Devpala. Afterwards we can understand after death of Devpala the Pala power started declining. Declining means started to destroy totally. Afterwards, the reign of Mahipala, its stronghold now was confined by to Bihar. It means slowly the places has been taken by the other rulers. So student, in this way we can understand here which were the different tripartite struggle kingdoms over there. Okay, so like Gurjara Pratihara from the Gujarat, Rajasthan area, Rajputa from the Deccan place, and Palas from the Bengal area. Okay, from Bengal area this side. So this map you have to draw and you can understand by this one. So now today student you have to fill the exercise in your book. The question is asking to you here. First of all, Harichandra founded, just now I have explained to you, Gujra and Pratihara dynasty. The famous Brideshwar temple are built by Raja Raja first. So this you will come to know. Raja Raja first was one of the famous Chola ruler. Okay, the Vishyas were looked after by the Vishyapati. Vishya means one of the small place in the kingdoms. So you will also come to know in this chapter. Gangai Konda was the title assumed by. So Gangai Konda means which place is near the Ganga. Okay, so this place, it means this also title was Rajendra first. He is also one of the Chola ruler. Then tax free land was Chola period. It was not the Agrahara. Downside it is given to you. What are the different names is, he was known as a Chola Martanda. So name is the Raja Raja first. Invaded India many times. It is a Mahmud Ghori. He composed Prithviraj Raso Chandrabardai. Chandbardi. Chandrabardai. In the book also you can get his name. He was a great ruler of Chauhan dynasty, Prithviraj Chauhan. He was a great Persian scholar who wrote the book Kitab ul Hind, Al-Baruni. Okay, Al-Baruni name you also heard in the first chapter. He was victorious in his second battle of Tarain. So he is Muhammad Ghul. Okay, so here, this second is the Mahmud Ghazni is there. So in this way student you have to see the true and false also. So student, today you have learnt about the new kings and kingdoms. In this chapter you have gone through the various regions to occupy the Kannauj place, as it was a very rich place, fertile land, forest also available there, different kinds of medicines and other kinds of timber, and the different kinds of things were available in the northern plains. That's why all three dynasties, Gurjara, Pratihara, Rajputas, they have fought for the Kannauj area. Kannauj was the capital of King Harshvardhana. After his death, slowly the separation of or the independent ruling system had been started. Especially who were the earlier the Rajput rulers, they had been started themselves independent king and kingdoms. So now afterwards we have gone through what is the story of Gurjara and Pratihara, who were the different famous ruler there, who founded the Rajkota. This also we have came to know. And afterwards we have gone through the Pala dynasty, who were the different rulers were they, like Gopala, then Devpala, Mahipala. Okay, there is so many stories. It is some introduction is given there. If you talk about the Pala dynasty, so there is a many books are there to know about their history. If you go through Gurjara Pratihara, so there are also so many things are there. So in this way you have to be understand the main things what you are going to learn in this chapter. You are going to learn about the tripartite struggle, the death of Harshvardhana, the different rulers by the map you can understand. So till today this much student. So we'll listen and learn about more things. Okay, thank you and have